What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing some battles using the mystery Pokemon that I teased in yesterday's community post. The correct answer was actually Barbaracle or Barbaracle. I'm actually not really sure how to pronounce the name of this Pokemon, so if I am getting it wrong and it's triggering you, then I'm really sorry, but leave a comment and tell me the correct pronunciation, so that if I ever use this Pokemon in a future video, I should be able to get it right. At the time of making this video, there's nearly 100 comments already on the post, and a lot of you were close in your guesses, but there were only a few of you that actually got the correct answer, and a special shout out to Raghav Bhaskaran for being the first person to get the correct answer in Barbaracle. Shout out to you, really good guess. I didn't really expect anyone to get the right answer, so fair play to you, dude. And I'm also going to show the other people that were able to guess it either on their first attempt or after a few other guesses, so well done to you guys. If you did guess after I'm making this video, then I'm really sorry, but you're not going to be featured on this channel. But you can definitely give yourself a pat on the back, because it is not a Pokemon you see very often, and I didn't really expect anyone to get it right, so if you got it right, then really well done to you. And now with that being said, let's talk about the Pokemon. So it's got the water and rock typing, pretty similar to a load of Pokemon, especially in the Kanto region with the original fossils with Omastar, Omanite, Kabuto, Kabutops, and there are a few others in other generations that share this typing, like the Mud Boys being ground and water. It has a double weakness to the grass typing, but unfortunately the rock and water typing don't really synergize with each other, at least from a defensive standpoint, because they also are weak to fighting, electric and ground types. So that's quite a long list of weaknesses, and that's why you often don't see these Pokemon with these typings in GBL, because unfortunately they're just weak to too many things. But in this case, Barbaracle has some really interesting moves. Fury Cutter is a bug type move, so we can actually hit those grass types for super effective damage, although it isn't really going to do much damage. And then we got Stone Edge for the hard hitting rock type nuke move, which is going to take out those flyers, take out those ice types, take out everything that's weak to it. And then we've got Grass Knot as a coverage move. A lot of people won't be expecting it. Typically, I say typically like you're going to see Barbaracle on everyone's team, but typically you would run Cross Chop, and it is a consideration. In this video you will see some circumstances where if I had Cross Chop I would have been in a much better position, and I probably could have won a few battles that I lost if I had Cross Chop. But also you will see in this video the amount of times that Grass Knot came in clutch right at the end of the battle and was able to win me the game. So especially in the second set, I would say, so watch out for those battles. And yeah, for the rest of the team I'm running Shadow Crobat and Shadow Gliscor. Obviously the double weakness to grass means that I need some coverage, and so I've got two flying types in the back, and then also the weakness to fighting is quite big because counter is such a powerful move that I've also got the two fighters in the back to counter those counter users. With that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so we're entering the first battle with Barbaracle in the lead. We go up against a Pidgeot, so this is a really good matchup for us. Unfortunately the Fury Cutters don't do much damage as they're resisted. We're going to go for the Stone Edge here just before they get to a Brave Bird or a Feather Dance. They throw one more Gust and then they throw the charge move. We'll let it go through. It's just a Feather Dance. We're both going to swap. Unfortunately I switched into the Crobat when a Gliscor would have been slightly better here, but that's okay. We let the Crunch go through. We're going to go for the Shadow Ball. We don't expect them to shield. This won't KO. And they're going to be able to farm us down there, but that's fine. We're going to come back in with Barbaracle or Barbaracle. I'm still not really sure how you pronounce this Pokemon's name, but there will be some inconsistencies likely throughout the video, in what I actually call this Pokemon, but don't worry too much about that, just worry about what it's doing. So throw a Stone Edge here, we get the last shield, and we get to another Stone Edge here, and we're going to take out this Pidgeot. Boom! They actually have a Shadow Zapdos in the back, so shout out to Ganetto, that's kind of his signature Pokemon. He's a really good YouTuber, so definitely check out his channel. And here we are going to shield this Drill Peck. They get to another Drill Peck. This will do huge damage to us as we're both Shadow, but it doesn't take us out, and we're able to get to the Night Slash there and take out the Zapdos, and we're going to take that game. So GG's to my opponent. Bonus points for the spicy Shadow Zapdos in the back. And into the next game, we lead into a Shadow Aerodactyl. So this is a good lead, although they're doing big damage with the rock throws. They come in with the Shadow Machamp. We're going to shield this, and then we're going to commit to the farm down. What we should do is just go for a Poison Fang. It's obvious they're going to shield, but we go for the Shadow Ball, it gets shielded, and now we don't get to another charge move, and that's unfortunate. We're going to come back in with the Barbaracle. We shield an Ancient Power, and they actually have a Fire Fang Houndoom, so it looks like they're going for a triple heavy fast move damage team. And unfortunately, despite our rock and water typing, I was unsure if we'd get to the move on time there, so I switch out into the Gliscor to completely sack it. The crunch nearly takes us out, but a 1 Fire Fang does the job. And then in this scenario, if we had Cross Chop, we would have been in a much better position, because we would have been able to take them out with Cross Chop, and then we would have been able to save a lot of energy to probably get to a Stone Edge and take out the Aerodactyl. But unfortunately, we had Grass Knot for that matchup. So that is the disadvantage of running Grass Knot. But here you see the advantage of running Grass Knot. We do huge damage to the Hippowdon. There's just going to be a Weather Ball, and we're able to take that comfortably. They actually switch into the Ferrothorn, and I didn't realise they switched there. I thought I took out the Hippowdon. So I'm staying in, I'm letting the Barbaracle go down, and then I'm going to come in with the Crobat here. Unless they have Thunder, they're not going to be able to do much damage to us at all. We do shield this, and it's a Power Whip, so that makes me think that that was them baiting, and now they're going to go for the Thunder. We CMP tie here, and we are going to shield again. So they do have Thunder, and we correctly shield up. Now we can Air Slash them down because they switched out, so their switch timer wasn't up yet. And then they come in with a Alolan Marowak. We're going to go straight for the Shadow Ball, and boom, we take that game. So GG's to my opponent there, really good game. Into the next game, we lead into a Whiscash. Unfortunately, we lag at the start. I'd seen this happening loads. We switch there to catch the Mud Bomb, and we actually get an extra wing attack through there, but I think that might have just been because of our timing with the Fury Cutters. We count, so this could be a Blizzard that they throw on CMP, but we get a shield from them. We didn't actually farm all the way up to the Earthquake, but we wanted to get the CMP tie. Now we are going to commit to the Earthquake. This will either KO or get the final shield here, and we get the final shield. We are going to shield this, and now it doesn't really matter what they throw, we will be able to get to the Night Slash first. And this will be able to take out the Whiscash from this range because our wing attacks have done big damage over time. They switch here to try and catch a move on the Marowak. We go for the Earthquake, and boom, what we probably should have done is actually switch into the Barbaracle and then throw a Stone Edge, and that way we'd have still 2 Night Slashes to throw into the Hypno, but this is still fine. We're going to throw the Stone Edge here. It does huge damage to the Hypno. They get to a charge move. Thunder Punch, super effective, but it doesn't do enough, and we're able to Fury Cutter them down and take that game. So GG's to my opponent there. Into the next game, we lead into a Dragalge, so that's not good. We're going to switch into the Crobat, and it looked like my opponent lagged a little bit at the start of the game. That's been happening way too frequently since the update, and it's really frustrating. In this case, we benefit from it, but a lot of the time we seem to be impacted negatively from it, as it's us that's being affected. We get both shields there with the Poison Fangs, and we're actually going to come in with Barbaracle. We snipe them with the Fury Cutter, which registers the damage before they can throw the charge move. And now here they have another Ferrothorn, so we're going to shield this up, and we're going to go for the Earthquake. We will overfarm by 1 and throw the Earthquake. This should be a CMP tie. And boom, we take out the Ferrothorn. They come in with a Kanto Ninetales. This isn't a Shadow, so we should be able to tank that and get to the second Earthquake here, and this is also going to boom. So boom, and we take out the Ninetales there. GG's to my opponent there, really good game. And there we have a 4-on-1 with the first set using this team. Into the second set, we lead into a Drifblim, so this is a good lead. And here they only threw 4 hexes, so this is definitely just an Icy Wind, which we resist because of the water typing. We're going to farm up a little bit extra and then go for the Stone Edge here. Even with our attack lowered, that should probably still KO. We are going to shield this because they have farmed up to what could be a Shadow Ball. Again, we're going to overfarm just a tiny bit before we throw the Stone Edge, just to try and throw off our opponent's counts. We're just going to let this one go through. It's an Icy Wind, it doesn't KO. We both swap at the same time and we switch into a Crobat here. We get to the Poison Fang. They should have only thrown 6 counters, so we no shield, and somehow they get to a Rock Slide. Doesn't make sense. We both switched at the same time, and the Poison Fang should come at the same time as their 6th counter. So I really don't know. I don't understand what happened there. And then here we go for the Earthquake. For some reason we can't click on it, and the Incinerate damage registers. But fortunately it does go off before they can throw the charge move. Otherwise I would have been really annoyed. They throw the Icy Wind here. We kind of have to throw the Night Slash here, because if we switch out and then throw it, it's likely that they'll farm us down. But we just about get to a Grass Knot, and that's going to KO the Drifblim, and we take that game. So GG's to my opponent there. Really frustrating, the couple of glitches that happened in that game, but fortunately for us it did not affect the outcome of the game. We count to 4 here, and then we switch into the Shadow Crobat to catch a Seed Bomb, so really nice catch there. They come in with a Steelix, so that's not good for us. We're going to go for the Shadow Ball. It lands, it does quite a lot of damage, and we're going to get to the Poison Fang here. This is going to do absolutely nothing to Steelix as it triple resists poison, but we're just happy to do some damage. We're going to come in with the Barbaracle, and we're going to throw the Grass Knot straight away. This will either force a shield or it will take out the Steelix, and we do get a shield here, so that's nice. They throw a Crunch, so they bait us, and now this will just be another Crunch, so that's fine. And unfortunately it doesn't look like we can farm down, and they get to a 3rd Crunch here, so we're going to have to double shield, but we should come out with a lot of loaded energy. We're going to go straight for the Stone Edge here. This will do huge damage. It lands, we switch into into Gliscor, sorry, and we farm them down before they can throw a charge move or switch out. We throw the Night Slash here, and my opponent's actually running Bubble on their Poliwrath, so that's really weird, but I don't know, fair enough. And we're just barely able to get to the Grass Knot here, and we're able to take out that Poliwrath, so GG's there. Grass Knot coming in clutch in this game. Into the next game, we lead into a Raichu, so this is really bad, and we switch into the Gliscor here to catch the Thunder Punch, but it was actually a Brick Break. They come in with an Alolan Sand Slash, and yeah, there's not much we can do here. If we had Cross Chop, we'd be in a bit of a better position, because the Cross Chop would be double super effective here, but unfortunately we have to throw Neutral Stone Edge. It doesn't KO. We're going to let this go through. We were too quick to be a Bulldoze. We lag there, and then we throw on CMP, and it looks like the Sand Slash wins CMP, and yeah, the game is just not going our way whatsoever. They're going to come in with the Raichu, we go for the Grass Knot, we lag again, and then we can't throw the move, but we would have lost that one anyway, so it's unfortunate that lag happened, but at least it happened in a game where we were going to lose, regardless of whether we lagged or not. Here we come up against an Abomasnow. Now this is a tricky situation, the Energy Ball will KO us straight up, but we can do super effective with the Fury Cutters and the Stone Edge. We switch here hoping this is the Energy Ball, and it is, so that's a really good catch for us. They get to a Weather Ball here, so we are going to shield this, and we're able to farm them down. They switch into a Ninetales. We're going to go for the Poison Fang here. Hopefully we get a shield, and we do, and now we're going to go for another Poison Fang. We do quite a lot of damage there, and then my opponent fire spins us down. My opponent switches into the Poliwrath here, so we're going to switch to catch what I'm expecting to be a Dynamic Punch, and it is, so that's really good for us. Now all we want to do is get to a Night Slash. This is resisted, but because of this added up with the wing attacks, the Poliwrath will definitely be in Grass Knot range. We're going to farm up to 100 energy, throw the Grass Knot, this will take out the Poliwrath. And then unless my opponent is running Solar Beam, which they probably won't be at yet, they're not, it's just a Side Shock. We get to the Stone Edge and we're able to take out the Ninetales and take that game. So GG's there, really close game, really well played by my opponent. And into the final battle of the second set, we lead into a Charizard, so this is exactly what you want to see. My opponent switches into the Cresselia, we're doing super effective with the Fury Cutter, and then we switch to catch what I think will be a Grass Knot. It is, so it's a really good catch for us. I'm not 100% certain, but they could be running Future Sight, so we're going to shield this. It's just a Moon Blast, it is resisted, but the Psycho Cuts are adding up, so a resisted Moon Blast would put us into farm down range. We got a shield, so I'm pretty happy to let this go through. It is the Moon Blast. They switch back into the Charizard, which is a big mistake. And now we're going to be in a pretty comfortable position. We will, unfortunately that was a CMP tie. We undercharge here, but even a nice takes out the Charizard. Boom. They come in with a Trevenant. We're just going to go straight for the Stone Edge. This will do big damage. We get a shield. Now we can come in with the Gliscor, and we should be in a pretty comfortable position. They throw the Shadow Ball, so now I'm in a good position. We farm one extra, go for the Night Slash. We take out the Trevenant, and now we're going to go for another Night Slash, and this is going to be nearly taking out the Cresselia. One more wing attack, and we're able to take that game. So there we have it, another 4-on-1 set in our second set with this team. I'm also going to throw in a few bonus battles from the third set, but I don't want to include all of them just because I don't want the video to be too long. There we tried to catch a Mud Bomb, unfortunately we don't, but they switch into a Unovan Stunfisk, so this is actually a really positive matchup for the Gliscor. We're going to go for the Earthquake. They probably will shield it, but they don't, and boom, Earthquake one hit KOs. They come in with a Shadow Grand Ball. So we're just going to throw as many fast moves as we can before throwing this Night Slash to pretend that we're going for another Earthquake. We get a shield, so that's really good. And now we're going to come in with the Crobat. We'll shield once and then farm them down. And now we're in a really good position here. We're expecting this to be a Mud Bomb, and it's actually a Blizzard. So they take us out there. We lag loads. We just want to land this Grass Knot. Please, game, just let us land the Grass Knot. Oh, the suspense is killing me, but we get to the Grass Knot eventually, and boom, we take out the Whiscash there, and then we're able to fast move down that Grand Ball and take that game. So I know that's what you've all been waiting for with this video, is to land a Grass Knot on a Whiscash. Into the next game, we lagged just a tiny bit at the start of that battle. And again, it's a guessing game. Last time my opponent baited me, so I let this go through, and boom, they take us out with an Energy Ball. Now we're in a really bad position. We're going to switch into the Gliscor to take this crunch, and we don't really plan on shielding the Gliscor. Actually, yes we do. We need to get shields down, so we're going to farm up a lot of energy. We didn't quite get to the earthquake yet, so I don't expect my opponent to shield. We really just want to take out this Drapion or do as much damage as we can, and they shield again, so that's really frustrating. But we're just going to let the Gliscor go down. It will get absolutely destroyed by an Abomasnow. We're going to go for the Poison Fang straight away. It doesn't take him out, but one more Air Slash with the bonus damage from the Poison Fang, and it takes him out. They get to a move on the Abomasnow, so that's annoying because that was also a CMP tie. We throw the Poison Fang, and luckily for us, they have a Toxicroak in the back. So they are now at 7 counters. It takes 8 to get to the Sludge Bomb. Mud Bomb won't be enough to take us out, but because we got the charge move in there, one Air Slash takes them out before they can actually throw their charge move, and we take that game. Now into the final battle of the video, we lead into a Probo Pass. So if we had Cross Chop here, that would be really good for us because it does double super effective damage, but unfortunately these Grass Knots aren't going to do much damage at all. We're going to shield this up. We're going to switch into the Shadow Gliscor. We're throwing double resisted wing attacks into this Pokemon. They throw the Rock Slide. We're going to bait them with the Night Slash. We expect them to shield. Why wouldn't they? And they don't shield. So we're going to go for another Night Slash, and probably they won't shield at this point, and that's fine. We get them super low, but they do have some energy, I think. We come in with a Shadow Crobat into the Slurpuff here, and we're going to be able to Air Slash them down before they get to a charge move. Now here we're going to switch into the Barbaracle and snipe down that Probopass. So if it had a charge move, it wasn't able to throw it, and luckily for us, there is a Shadow Victory Bell in the back, so we have probably the hardest counter in the game for Shadow Victory Bell. We're going to shield this up, and we're going to be able to take that game with one more Air Slash, and GG's to my opponent there. So that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and let me know in the comments down below what was your favourite battle from this video, and tell me why it was your favourite. And if you're new, then do consider subscribing, it would really help me out. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.